Hey guys, today I want to talk about how to use square root. So this is a really versatile product because it's really for scalp health, but it's going to give you a little bit of buildable volume at your roots. Now, it's not going to give you as much volume as, let's say, a volume styling product. And that's intentional because this is something that we encourage you to use daily. And if it were to give too much volume, obviously, that creates a lot of kind of buildup over time. And that's not something that you can really use daily without washing your hair. So we designed Square Root to give you kind of a buildable volume, very subtle, but it's definitely it's there, and it will create kind of a thickness at your roots. But the primary function of the formula is to really, nourish your follicles and kind of support healthy hair growth. So how you want to use it is to first flip off this little cap. You don't want to throw it away because it is pretty handy to, put back in case you're traveling. And I like to use it on damp hair, spray it evenly at your roots. And then, if you're drying your hair with heat, you can just brush it through. Now, I want to make a little shout out for the curly girls. So I've been experimenting with different ways to use the square root on my hair when I use it naturally, when I wear my hair naturally. So I do find, and this might be like a personal preference, square root will actually kind of give me a little bit of curl definition, which is awesome. Like if I'm, refreshing my hair, like in between wash days. But sometimes for me, it gives almost like it starts to bring too much definition at the root. And I kind of like my roots to be a little bit fluffier because it gives you kind of that volume. And again, personal preference. But if you don't want that definition at the root, what I do is you can either spray it in directly, or you can spray it on your hands, a couple spritzes, and then, really use it, like massage it into your scalp. You can kind of spit, like for me, like I really like to focus on the hairline up here. And then what I do is I just kind of like brush it a little bit just so that the roots don't, just to keep that like kind of fluffiness at the root, because otherwise, like obviously you can start to get like, I don't know, I call it like the ramen effect, which for some people looks good, and for just personally for me, I think it makes my hair kind of look a little bit like thinner. So I like to kind of, like brush it through at the root. So just thought I would share that. Might not work for everybody. You can also, so I have a wet brush here. You can use like a fine bristle brush as well. And that'll work for straight hair too. I've done that when I blow out my hair as well. For if you are applying it to, and you have a blowout, then I do recommend hitting it with the blow dryer, just so that you don't get, so your curls don't start coming back, or frizz or waves, whatever your hair texture is. But if you brush it through, that just kind of helps it like distribute evenly and give you a little lift, as opposed to if you have the curl at the root, it kind of like, for me, it starts to show more of the scalp, and I'm not crazy about that. So, and then, yeah, you can use it on damp hair, and you can also use it in between wash days on dry hair. Again, I like to just kind of, massage it through, and then, if you want to take the extra step, you can, either brush it just at the roots through, and then If you're going for more of like the polished, blowout look, then you would just, obviously, hold the hair with some tension and put some heat on it, and that will help to keep your roots looking smooth. And that is how to use the square root.